The stage lights shimmer over the brand new set of Manila's Got Talent 2025. The audience buzzes with excitement. Cameras sweep across the crowd, catching faces filled with anticipation. The judges, Simon Cruz, international producer Mia Valencia, and local legend Rico Santos, settle into their seats. Then, a small figure walks onto the stage, barefoot, holding a worn-out guitar with stickers peeling off its sides. He looks no older than 14. His clothes are clean but faded, the kind that tell you every piece has a story. The host steps forward, microphone in hand. "What's your name, young man?" The boy answers softly, "My name is Elias Ramos, sir." "Where are you from, Elias?" "I'm from a small village in Leyte." His voice trembles but carries warmth. "I came here to sing, for my mama." The crowd murmurs. The judges exchange glances. Simon Cruz leans forward. "How old are you?" "I just turned 14. What will you be performing for us tonight?" Elias grips his guitar. "An original country song I wrote called Home in My Heart." Mia Valencia tilts her head. "Country music? From Leyte?" Elias smiles shyly. "Yes, ma'am. My father used to listen to old country songs on the radio before he passed away. I used to sing along with him. I never forgot those songs." The studio falls silent. Even before he sings, everyone feels something different about this boy. The lights dim, a single spotlight finds him, and he starts to play. The first strum echoes like a whisper across the hall. Then his voice breaks through, soft, raspy, full of innocence and pain. "I may not have a dollar to my name, but I've got dreams that burn like flame. Mama's hands are rough from years of rain. Still she smiles and calls me home again." A ripple of emotion spreads through the audience. Some clasp their hands together, others wipe their eyes. His voice isn't perfect, but it's pure. Every word feels lived. He continues. "When the night gets cold and the stars don't shine, I hear my daddy's song in my mind. Said, 'Boy, don't cry, just sing your line. The world will know your heart in time.'" Halfway through, the camera zooms in on Simon Cruz. His eyes glisten. Mia covers her mouth. Rico nods slowly, feeling every lyric. The audience begins swaying with the rhythm. Elias's fingers move gently over the strings, each note trembling but true. As he reaches the bridge, his voice cracks. For a second he stops. The crowd gasps, but he looks up and smiles through the tears. "This one's for you, Mama," he whispers, and keeps singing. "When I fall, I'll rise again. With the sun and the voice of the wind. Country roads and city lights. I'll find my home tonight." By the final chorus, people are openly crying. The song ends on a trembling high note, then silence, a silence so deep it feels sacred. Then, an explosion of applause fills the studio. Everyone rises to their feet. The judges wipe their eyes. Simon Cruz leans toward his mic, his voice rough. "Elias, I've judged hundreds of singers. I've seen stars from every corner of the world. But what you just did, that wasn't just a song. That was your soul on a stage." Mia nods. "I felt every word. You reminded me why music matters. It's not about fame, it's about truth." Rico Santos smiles, shaking his head in disbelief. "You wrote that yourself. You're 14, living proof that talent doesn't care about money or background. You just gave us something we'll never forget." The audience chants his name. "Elias. Elias. Elias." The host steps forward, visibly emotional. "You made the whole of the Philippines proud tonight." Simon Cruz looks at his fellow judges, then back at Elias. There's only one thing left to do. He stands up, reaches for the glowing golden buzzer in front of him, and slams his hand down. Gold confetti bursts from the ceiling, showering the stage. The music swells. The crowd screams. Elias drops to his knees, crying, his hands covering his face. His mother, sitting backstage, runs out, arms open, tears streaming down her cheeks. They embrace under the falling confetti. Cameras zoom in on their faces, raw, beautiful, unforgettable. Simon Cruz walks onto the stage, places a hand on Elias's shoulder, and whispers something inaudible. Later, we learn he said, "Never stop singing, no matter where life takes you." The host announces, "Elias Ramos, you are going straight to the finals." The crowd erupts again. But beyond the celebration, what truly lingers is the emotion, that a boy from a small village, with nothing but a guitar and a heart full of love, could touch millions. Days later, clips of Elias's performance go viral. People across the world share it with captions like, "The voice of hope, the next big thing," and "The boy who made the world cry." Radio stations replay the performance. Country artists from the United States tweet about him. International news outlets pick up the story. Filipino boy's country song melts hearts worldwide. At his school in Leyte, classmates watch the replay on a projector. They cheer, laugh, and cry. His teacher, Mrs. Bernales, says softly, "He always sang while sweeping the classroom after hours. I knew he'd be special." Meanwhile, in the city, record producers contact Manila's Got Talent organizers. They want to meet Elias. But the boy remains humble. In interviews he says, "I just want to make my mama proud. That's all." One night, a popular talk show invites him to perform live. He sings, "Home in My Heart," again, this time with a band, proper lighting, and a full orchestra. But he still plays that same old guitar, its scratches shining under the studio lights. At the end, the audience gives him another standing ovation. The host asks, "Elias, what changed for you after that golden buzzer moment?" Elias smiles shyly, "Everything and nothing. I still live with mama, I still walk to school, but now, people believe in me. That's the best gift." The crowd applauds again. His humility wins even more hearts. As the competition continues, Elias faces new challenges. The semifinals arrive. He chooses another original song titled, "Rusty Shoes," a story about chasing dreams on tired feet. His performance is quieter, more mature. He doesn't need flashy lights, just that honest voice and his guitar. Once again, he earns the top votes of the night. In backstage interviews, Simon Cowell admits, "There's something divine about that boy. He doesn't try to impress. He just tells the truth." When the finals finally come, Manila's Got Talent is the most watched show in the country. Billboards across the city show Elias's shy smile. Fans wait outside the studio holding posters, "We love Elias Ramos." The finale begins. Other contestants deliver incredible performances: dancers, magicians, powerhouse singers. Then, it's Elias's turn. He walks onto the stage wearing a simple white shirt, jeans, and his father's old cowboy hat. The crowd cheers wildly, but he stays calm, takes a breath, and begins his final song, "Where the River Sleeps." It's a song about peace, loss, and finding one's place in the world. Each line feels like a story written in the stars. "My river runs through dust and stone, but it still sings when I'm alone. Mama's prayers will guide me home, to the place where dreams are grown." As he sings the last verse, the background screens show clips from his journey, arriving in Manila, rehearsing in tiny rooms, hugging his mother after the golden buzzer. The audience starts crying again. Even the camera operators are wiping their eyes. When he strums the final chord, the crowd explodes into applause louder than ever before. The judges stand again, clapping and cheering. Simon Cowell takes the microphone. "Elias Ramos," he says, his voice breaking. "I've been doing this for 20 years. But tonight, I witnessed something I'll remember for the rest of my life. You are not just a singer. You are a storyteller, a dreamer, a reminder of why we believe in second chances." Mia adds, "You brought back the soul of music. You made the world stop for 3 minutes. That's real magic." When the votes are revealed later that night, the studio goes silent. The host holds the envelope. "Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of Manila's Got Talent 2025 is..." He opens it slowly. Elias Ramos. Confetti explodes again. His mother rushes onto the stage. Simon lifts Elias's hand like a champion. The other contestants surround him with hugs. The audience chants his name one last time. Weeks later, his first single, "Home in My Heart," climbs the charts, not just in the Philippines but internationally. Streaming platforms fill with comments from people all around the world. "This song healed me. I lost my dad last year, and this gave me hope. This kid sings what we all feel." He performs on international shows, but every time, he thanks his mother and his hometown. During one concert, he says, "I used to think being poor meant I had nothing. Now I know it means I had everything: love, courage, and a story worth singing." The camera pans to his mother in the front row, smiling proudly. And that's the legacy of Elias Ramos, a poor Filipino boy whose country song reached beyond borders and reminded millions that music doesn't need riches, just heart. So whenever you feel small, whenever life tells you you're not enough, remember that moment when a boy from Leyte stood barefoot on a stage and turned his pain into gold. If this story moved you, make sure to hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more real-life miracles from stages around the world. Because out there, someone else is tuning a guitar, dreaming big, and waiting for their own golden buzzer moment. Thank you for watching. Stay kind, stay hopeful, and never stop believing in the power of one simple song.